Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Dong Report. My name is Matt Modi with Jedi Sports Betting, and what we're going to be doing today is betting our favorite MLB home run picks for the day. As for yesterday, obviously, you need to do a recap. I gave out 3 picks on this YouTube channel. We got one of those 3 to cash, thanks to Matt Olson. We end the day with a slight profit of 0.55 units on yesterday alone. That brings our total profit on the Dong Report season to date up to 48.2 units. Pretty good with an ROI of 10.7%. Obviously, anytime you can have an ROI above 10% and we're up almost 50 units for an entire season, that's really good. Hoping we can continue this success today. I have 4 players on Dong Watch today. Real quick, if you are not already, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new here. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I appreciate you. And let's chat about some dongs. So play number 1 in the Reds versus Cubs game. We're taking Joey Votto to hit a home run plus 330 odds at FanDuel. So as for Votto, for those of you that have been tuning in, we went with him, I think, 3 straight times post All-Star break, and he did not cash for us once. But after a rough stretch post All-Star game, he went a couple games when we didn't even take him when he didn't hit a home run. Joey Votto, long story short, he's officially back. He's hit 3 home runs in his past 3 games, and he hit 2 home runs yesterday. So he hit 2 yesterday, then he missed 1, and then he hit 1 the game before that. So the dude is absolutely on fire, and we've seen him go on ridiculous heaters before, literally this season. So I love the fact that he is in the middle of one now. This Reds-Cubs series has also been just ridiculous in terms of the amount of runs and specifically home runs hit. So obviously we're hoping that continues tonight. It is a positive script from a weather perspective. 4 home runs to be hit, which we like. Jameson Taillon is pitching for the Cubs, who is awful. He's got a terrible ERA, expected ERA, everything this year. Votto should absolutely smash him. And while we're on the subject of Votto, even if you account for the cold streak post All-Star break, he still has solid power numbers. So the All-Star break, players came back on July 14th. Even if you isolate the data specifically from July 14th to now, he still has an ISO rate of 23.7%, which is not as good as it's been on the whole year, but it's still in the great bucket, right? Anything 20% and above is considered great. For ISO rate, anything 25% and above, it's considered excellent. And for those of you that are new, ISO rate stands for isolated power. It's the easy way to measure how much power a batter gets when they hit the ball. His is pretty good. And then if you look at right-handed pitching on the entire season, so not looking at just post All-Star break, but the entire year, his ISO rate is up to 30.4%. Joey Votto's is against right-handed pitching, which is what he'll be facing tonight. So all in all, love Joey Votto to hit a dong for us tonight. Next up in the Mariners versus Angels game, we're going back to Shohei Ohtani to hit a home run at plus 210 odds at FanDuel. And I should have mentioned this at the beginning. Every single play for today is going to be on FanDuel, so you don't need to worry about any other book. Now, I don't love the plus 210 odds, I will admit, but this is actually going to be a 1.5 unit play. As you can see on the screen here right next to me, it's going to be a 1.5 unit play. Because of how steep the odds are, how plus 210 isn't great, we're upping our unit size a little bit. But if you can believe it, Ohtani has somehow gone 5 straight games without hitting a home run. Also, if you can believe it, he has a hit in all 5 of those games. So it's not as though he hasn't been playing well. He just hasn't gotten anything to leave the park. In that 5-game stretch where he has gone homerless, he also has 2 multi-hit games. He just hasn't been able to go yard. We're confident that'll change tonight. Another positive weather game for home runs to be hit from specifically a weather perspective. And Ohtani has the great advantage of going up against Bryan Woo of the Mariners. Woo has given up a decent amount of home runs. He's got a home run per 9 of 1.47, which is really bad. He's given up 8 total home runs in 49 innings pitched. And for Ohtani, even if you consider this 5-game stretch in which he hasn't hit a home run, he still has an ISO rate of 41.7% since the All-Star break, since July 14th. 41.7%, which is, that number is silly in and of itself. But if you isolate the same time frame since July 14th, but specifically against right-handed pitching, his ISO rate is 58.1%. So yeah, you understand why we're getting plus 210 odds because there's so many factors in favor of Ohtani to hit a home run. So we're going to up our unit size a little bit. Very confident he will cash this one for us. Next up in the Athletics versus Dodgers game, we're taking Mookie Betts to hit a home run plus 265 odds at FanDuel. So Mookie Betts is similar to Joey Votto in that he had a pretty rough cold stretch post All-Star break. There was a point where Mookie Betts had gone 11 straight games post All-Star break without hitting a home run, but also similar to Votto, Mookie Betts is officially back. He's now hit a home run in back-to-back games. This specific game, Athletics versus Dodgers, is the second best game from a weather perspective. 4 home runs to be hit. Very juicy weather game. And Mookie is going up against J.P. Sears of the Athletics, who is not a good pitcher. Another extreme advantage in favor of the batter, obviously, which is why he's on the Dong Report in the first place. On the season, so J.P. Sears is a left-handed pitcher. On the season, Mookie Betts has an ISO rate of 42.4% specifically against left-handed pitching. That's on the season as a whole. And even if you isolate since the All-Star break, when he had 11 straight games without hitting a home run, he still has an ISO rate over 28%. That's still in the excellent category. Obviously not as good as 42.4%, but even if his season-long ISO rate was at 28%, that would still be really good. That would still be excellent. So for tonight, we are counting on Mookie Betts to hit a home run going 3 straight. And then our last pick of the evening in the Astros versus Yankees game, we're taking Aaron Judge to hit a home run at plus 200 odds. Now, I will admit, plus 200 is the lowest that I have ever gone on the Dong Report. I also think 210 would have qualified as well. So this is going to be another 1.5 unit play. I don't love the plus 200, but there's so many factors in favor of Judge. And I should have mentioned this earlier. Both Ohtani and Judge were on the OddsJam positive expected value report. So even with how low their odds are, there is still value on their numbers at plus 210 and plus 200. So I should just get this out of the way. I've mentioned this for every game now. Another good weather game, the third best weather game from a home run perspective, according to Ballpark Pal. And Judge, so he has returned from his toe injury for 5 games now. He's played 5 games, and he has hit a home run in that stretch. So I do like the fact that he's already gotten one since he returned from injury. For his pitching matchup, he's going against Astros pitcher Christian Javier, who's been really bad this year. He's a right-handed pitcher. He's got an ERA of 4.33 with an expected ERA even higher at 4.49. So there's some pitchers that have a bad ERA that you can kind of sell yourself on. Well, they have an expected ERA that's lower. They're just having bad luck. It's not the case with Christian Javier. He allows a barrel rate of 10.2%, which is the lowest in his career and would be top 10 worst of all qualified pitchers in the MLB. Aaron Judge has crazy splits between right and left-handed pitching against righties. His ISO rate on the season is at 42.6%. Against lefties, it's all the way down at 11.4. Well, Christian Javier is a right-handed pitcher, so I love for Judge to cash one for us tonight. Feels like a 4-for-4 day. If that happens, we will turn $5 into about $700 on the parlay alone, not to mention profiting just above 12 units on the individual home runs as well. So if you are tailing, comment and let me know. Other than that, remember to like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching and have a good one.